are a little bit advancing, so please try to understand and listen. Okay, so you may capable to do or not, no issues, because so many faculty are there, programmers are there to help you. Okay? So today we have the session 9, and the session 9 is about unsupervised learning, clustering and PCA. Okay, principal component analysis we call it as. So this session will be for 1.5 hours up to 11 o'clock. After that we will be having a tea break, and session 10 will be about the neural networks. So the concept is purely a new. Just listen, that's all. What is a clustering? What is principal component analysis? At least you will be knowing about the core concepts about the topic. Okay? So today's class 9, 10, 11 are very important. Listen carefully. Okay? So sir is today's resource person, session 9, and 11. 10 will be taken by other sir. So 9 and 11 will be taken by sir. Sir is Dr. Sekhar. So he is also having experience of nearly 20 years in teaching, and he is from GMRIT and Professor of Computer Science Engineering Department. As I already told you that for this 5 days program, we tried our level best to bring the best and the topmost faculty of Computer Science Engineering. So in and around the topmost faculty we have people. So he is another therefore topmost faculty of Computer Science Engineering of our Vizag region. Right? Thank you so much, sir, for coming and accepting our invitation. Because sir has came from GMRIT from 5 o'clock. He started to teach you. So try to grab the opportunity and learn more content. Ask questions. Feel free to learn. Okay? Thank you.
So good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Hope you are done a good breakfast. And thank you, Lady Madam, Rajam Madam, giving the opportunity to take a session. It's my parent institute as a 12 years here in Vignan Group. 12 years in Vignan Group at Vignan main campus, and also supported for your seniors in V College. Your seniors, they have who are already in the quarters. You are observing Niharika and Madhavi, all are my well-known to me. They are communicating regularly till now. So I am assistant regarding all the things of Vignan Group 12 years. 3 years back when I stayed with the new GMR group. Today, as you are aware about that, computer science having a more kind of exponential growth.
One point I would like to add here, because I didn't added that because sir has worked here in Vignan for 12 years. One unique point I would like to mention, of course, some are internal participants are there, external participants are there. Now hackathon is very famous and popular. So any event is happening, means in that event one event will be hackathon. During those days, 2014, 15, I think so, when the concept of hackathon was raised by the AACT, because Government of India has started the hackathon, and sir started its initiation, and because at that time students does not know what is hackathon, faculty also does not know what is hackathon. So how to do all those things, nobody knows that. So but sir in entire Visakhapatnam, he only started how to work with the hackathon, and the first hackathon we won, I think so. He went to Delhi AACT also to be part of a team there.
Even
so,
girls.
Enter girls, yes. So like that, the era of hackathon in Vizag, I can say that perfect. Almost here and around of AP, it's sir, and in Vignan only it started. So that is one beauty of that. Because I want to give the credit to him, because at the time I was thinking that even I was also not understanding about that. So but he has done a wonderful job. Now hackathon has become a wonderful event, and everybody is involved in it. Sir, please continue.
Yeah, today we are going to work with the computers. Everyone, even though how many are not belong to CSC? Good number. But you are looking for the job? software job. That's it. So in this, why? Because we are moving to the software industry, we are having huge amount of equipment everywhere. That's why always any student joining in the industry, engineering, or your parent want to push into the engineering, especially for the IT sector, high package and cool AC based atmosphere, but they don't know the how the brains are working, how heated, and getting the things later health issues. They don't know, but the things everyone looking for the software. At the same time, nowadays it's like a exponentially changing the languages, exponentially growth in the AI. That's a lead to the more number of jobs. Some of the students are saying that the job cuts, nothing to worry. Always at CSC, always we should learn. Who are looking for the CSC jobs, IT sector jobs, always we need to learn. That's a learning. Like it's not saturated. Every day there is more changes. Okay. Before going that, today's session as Madam already told that. So today we are going to discuss about customer analysis. Here, myself already Madam introduced myself. I am Dr. Sekhar, working as a research professor in the GMA group. Now today, today I am going to take a decision on customer analysis. We are going to do that two simple algorithms. You can able to do how the things really real-time scenario. We can discuss real-time scenario. How we are going to do. You can observe that. Okay. Before going to that, so cluster analysis. Whenever we are having huge amount of data, it's very difficult to segregate the data or classify the data. Then manually it's very difficult. That's why my data mining algorithm came to picture. Generally now A is not new. It's already initiated in the 40 years back. But at the time there is no data. That means whenever you are writing a program, for that we have to give the inputs. So based on the input, your logic will be executed and you give the expected output what you are expecting. But you don't have sufficient input. I want to do multiplication of 3 with 3 matrix. How many inputs I need to have to give? 3 with 3 matrix. Addition or subtraction or multiplication. How many inputs we have to give? A matrix is 9 inputs, B matrix 9. That means you can able to give the 9. That's why your logic will execute and give the results. Okay. But I didn't have logic, but I am not receiving the input for my logic. Then those algorithms, A algorithms will be in sleep mode. Now, due to the technology innovation, huge amount of data is tremendously increasing and exponentially growth. Lot of data is came to picture. Then the algorithms are going on and working since last 5 years onwards. The data is growing. Now algorithm is working. Without algorithm working means the algorithm looking for the input. If there is no input, no nothing of your logic. That's why A is not a new. Let's say 40 years back itself. Okay. Now A is came to the picture now because they are receiving input. Based on that, they are getting the fruits of A application. Okay. Now coming to the clustering analysis. Before that, we need to know the cluster analysis, supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Some of the CS students are aware about that, supervised learning and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning, nothing but the data can have labels or names. Like when I am asking who are the CSC, who are the non-CSC, you can simply write the variants. That means I am giving the one condition that saying who are not belong to CSC. Then you can able to that means I am entering SR. Then you are writing I am not. That means I am giving the some label. These are the non-CSC students, these are the CSC students, and these are the mechanical students. That means I can able to classify as aggregate and divide the candidates or objects or records based on the labeling or a class name. So classification algorithms are nothing but the like when you can observe that whenever you receive the email, automatically We are filtering it. Filters happening. Your mail is sent to the spam box. What it means? It's not that much use, or there is a wrong information or any advertisements. Based on the input, automatically abstracted based, that mail is sent to the spam. Or which is the mail is not regularly coming to you, obviously to say not required to you. That's why the filtering happening with your Gmail account. Background the algorithm is running, classification algorithm supporting the email. Like that, whenever there is a condition, we are going to be able to classify. So for that, we are having the lot of algorithms in the classification, and we are having the what we are going to do is like in the health sector. When we are going for the any medical hospital, first I am having the favor. I visited the hospital. When the doctor, what the doctor is saying? Yes, sir. Can you back it very quickly? Can you back it? He touches the body, check the pulses. Based on that, he giving the medicine. Now, he giving the tests. Do this test. Hospital will be doctor will be 500. Test will be 200. Based on that, he is going to give. In that, he can identify that blood test and the urine test and what are the different. They giving us some ranges. We observe your parents' health or any other things. When they are doing test, you are getting the report. In the report, what's your actual value? What would be the preferred value? Range. That is lower, higher. You may suffer with some of the disease or infection. That's all. So that means with some condition, I can able to classify the disease, stages of the disease. That comes under classification. So when I am doing the transaction, I am using the credit card regularly. I am having the transaction daily. I am going to the 5,000, 2,000, 3,000, and obviously I am doing my transaction always. I am swiping my credit card in and around of the KP. Or I said regional protocol because most of the time I am working here only. So suddenly my card is swiped more than 20,000. That means it may be me or somebody done. The moment we automatically I am receiving the call from the company, that is credit card company, ICICI or SBI, they are saying that you are doing, that is not by phone, I may respond. Automatically call will be received, that your transaction done, yes or no, yes, okay. If no, automatically my card will block. That is fraud detection. Classifying the based on the operations or condition doing. So this is the piece. We have some well-known labels that is possible to classify. It's not easy, but sometimes we don't know class labels. So the means we know the in detail about class label. I can classify your record. Who is first year? Year is a class label. Department is the class label. College name is the class label. Gender is the class label. I can classify gender based. I can classify year wise. I can classify. That means that I am going to took the any of the feature or attribute in a given input, and I can able to classify according to my requirement. Now, whenever we go on the class labels for a data, then it's very difficult to identify the things. But the data is coming, we need to do this. Then we go with the first analysis. This is classification of concepts. So now our topic is unsupervised learning. Supervised learning means already we know the things, based on that we are classifying the things. But unsupervised learning means we don't know about class labels. We are having a simple data, but we have to work. We have to work out. So in this model, what we are going to do is simply we are having the unlabeled data, but we need to work on the data and we need to find out the hidden patterns. So that I need to take it as hidden patterns means not regularly happening. That's sometimes it will happen. We need to identify that. Based on that, we are trying to find out the information, and based on that, I have to take the decision to achieve the things. Okay. Now, whenever we are going to do the clustering concepts, these are the most popular algorithms, K-mean algorithms and assertion rules, PCA algorithms and DPCA. And where we are going to use it? Market basket. We will discuss one or two problems, then you can understand. So this is a fundamental thing here. Now we are going with the simple question analysis. Now onwards we will go with the unity. Now I am having the, as I said, and I don't have the class labels. So whenever I don't have the class labels, it's very difficult to segregate. So when we are observing this, I am having the different objects here. We can feel that these are the data objects, and I need to classify objects based on their property or their behavior. I want to group together. Previously, how I am going to classify? Department name based చేసుకొని మెకానికల్ సిఎస్ఎన్ గ్రూప్ చేస్తాం. ఆల్ మెకానికల్ come here, all civil come here, all ECN check చేస్తాం automatically because you know your department name. But I didn't receive your department name. I want to class. All simple best example. So here I had you attended the various events carried in various colleges. You are trying to attend. Like you had a last month, this month you had your doing that. No problem for you because your own campus you can able to move here and there. But I came to here. I am out of EMR. I am coming from the EMR. So like that, I am only the singly came to here. At same time, my friends already reached to an event here. When I reached to the, I don't know the location. I don't know where the event is happening. First, I am asking if you are finding any candidate. This event where it happened, and in that huge crowd, I am going to move towards the work relevant, even though he is not my classmate, he is not my friend, but he belongs to GM. Just like I am move to him. Then I am asking, do you find any CSC candidate or mechanical candidate? No, I have CSC and you ask CSC. Then I found the CSC events happening in the Delta. Then I go for Delta. Then I want to find out where the things happening, or say my students or friends are available. That means I am trying to find out my own. I am moving towards from huge crowd to the closed crowd. Means who are my friends moving from one point to another point. That means I am trying to find out the behaviors and either additional based or based and try to move from the starting point to the my required position. So grouping up, because I don't know the areas here, but based on by asking something, I'm moving towards my required location. The same thing happened in the first round. We have a huge amount of data. We have to group because we don't have a labels. How things will be happening is, first of all, now we are grouping the two records and two objects. The intra-cluster distance means I want to group these are the same cluster, same group of objects. The distance between these two, that means the distance means the distance nothing but the similarity. We are going to find similarity between the two objects. That means features, behavior. Opposite the classroom. Whenever I am moving during class, I am going to present. Somebody wake up, sir, I stand up and asking, sir, I have needed some water. Okay. Along with you, along with your friend also, sir, I also. Yeah? Because you both are having same mindset and same behavior, or your friend. Or whenever you are entering the classroom, I want to show all of you during test when you go to some classroom. Then you are not trying to sit in the available seats. You are trying to find out your friend where you want to sit. Then you run up to any page is calling you. That means we are trying to find out the similar. That means we are sitting together means we have a common similarity, common behavior. That's why always minimum. When group just noted the similarity between. Are dissimilar between very less. Whenever we are going to check with the two different clusters. It should be more. We are trying to minimize the things. The similarity technician. Similar things will be more. Here, whenever we are separating is the similarity is more, similarity is less. So that means whenever I am going to compare with this object and with this object, the similarity between these two are less. That's why we are separating. Here, when we are going to check it within this cluster, this similarity will be more. That's why we are grouping. So always similar objects are in the same group, dissimilar object in the other group. Like that, we are going to find out the things. Intra-cluster distance. Yes, within the object within the cluster, each and every A compared to the distance is similarity having a more similar with a less dissimilar property. So front group liner, 10 similarities only 1 or 2 different will be, but remaining any common in your group. Like now we want to check with the two different groups. A object when we are whenever we are checking with the one object and another object, obviously the similarity is more, the similarity is less. Okay. Now when we are going for the example, I am having we can have a different kind of notation. We are going to separate it. I am having the original points. We can have a depend upon. That means we are going to group the objects like as I said here. I want to group the things based on similarity. Similar objects in the same group, similar objects in the other group. Now I am having the original points. Now I want to group how many groups? Depend upon the upper requirement. Depend upon the upper requirement. It may be 2 groups, it may be 3 groups, or 2 groups, or 5, or any number of groups. We are trying to make it any number of groups. That means we need to identify that how much, because classification mechanical CSM but here I don't know how many are similar objects. That's why we can have a different groups. Between 2, 3, I am having the data points are objects not having the classifiable like classification algorithm. Then we need to grouping their similarity. That's why it may be 2 clusters or 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups as per the requirement. So we are going for the more number of groups. What will happen? More number of groups will Jason. 2 Jason, okay, good. 3, okay. Sorry, 4, okay. 6, okay. What will happen? If I am going extending number of groups, what will happen? Apply చేస్తున్నాం. Initial 2 అన్నాను, okay, good. తర్వాత 4 అన్నాను, okay, good. 6, okay. Again 8 కెళ్ళాను. 8 groups అన్నాను. What will happen? Receive less number of records or data objects in each group. అంతే కదా, చూడండి క్లాస్లో ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసుకుంటే నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ డేటా పాయింట్స్ తగ్గిపోతుంది. So whenever we are use number of groups, unnecessarily the group having less number of candidates or less number of records, that is useless. We are trying to have some benchmark from that. We need to stop those only 3 groups or 4 groups. Okay. Here we are having the basically partitioning of the how we are going to do the partitioning of the clusters. Each and every object is a we can create a object, the record and print that object. Now in partition based clustering, what we are going to do is we are going to divide as previously either dividing the things based on similarity. We are going to separate the and make a 1 group or 2 groups and make a circle. This is the partition based. The same thing we can have another hierarchy based. In hierarchy based, in partition based, simply I am going to grouping the objects and rounding the group. This is the one group. This is another group. So in hierarchy, how things similar to the thing, I am going to group the objects, then draw the tree fashion. Again, these are the place, this inner one and outer having the similar is the 1 and 3 is similar, 2 and 5 similar, and these two are very similar to the next one. Like I am going to construct a tree fashion hierarchy. These are what we call dendrograms. Dendrograms. Hierarchy, clustering concept, hierarchy concept. Then we are creating your data objects instead of like a partition based. We need to make these 2 points. That means 1 and 3 points are the having the less distance. Then 2 and 5, 4 and 5. Then with this 1 and 3, that is a group color, and then this cluster is nearly similar to the next one. Or 2 and 5 is near, that means, and now this entire thing is considered as a one cluster, and this is very similar, nearest to the fourth one. I am going to join. Now when these two are grouped, then total is one cluster is near to the 1 and 2. Like that I am going to construct the hierarchy tree. So these are the what we call the dendrograms. We call them dendrograms. Okay. Now, as I said, we want to do the one axis. Clustering problem చేయడానికి one of the popular is K-mean. So K-mean algorithm, one of the things is K-mean algorithm. Here, as I said, we are going to grouping the objects based on the similarity. Based on similarity means we need to use the distance measure formulas. Distance, Sekhar coefficient. Bigger distance formula ఏంటి? చిన్నప్పుడు నేర్చుకున్నాం. Square root of means r tan hat r cosine Sekhar. We are having n number of methods are there to calculate the similarity between the 2 points. But you know very well thing is equivalent distance simple formula square root of x to the 6 whole square plus 1 to the 7 whole square. Now based on that we will receive the one value, then we can able to find out the distance or similarity. So first thing I will see we are going to use the similarity measure concepts. Use any concept. Now in K-mean, how the things will be happening is K-mean mean ante normal mean average ante kada average mean ante మీకు తెలుసు done. K means example I చెప్పాను, we can have a grouping available data points in the 2 clusters, 4 clusters, 6 clusters. That means K equal to 2, 4, 3 depend upon the average. K mean nothing but the we want to make a available data points into K groups. Now K is equal to what means already in the other the it's similar and no labeling. K equal to means no need to do anything. All are in the same set without labels. Now I want to next step is I want to separate two groups or 3 groups depend upon the one condition. So when I K equal to 1, nothing to do. Stop. When K equal to 2, that means I want to make available input and data points into the 2 groups, 2 clusters. When K equal to 3 groups. When K equal to 4 groups. Right? So here nothing but the number of groups, number of clusters we need to form based on available unlabeled data. Okay. Now here what we are going to do is instead of the reading this one, we will do one example. Note down this problem. Just input note చేసుకోండి. these are the data points. And what you observe that are in you observe sir data points అని ఏడవని sorted out simple and sorted out okay so algorithm tapa content covers more prompt is on all the mirrors asuna now I want to make a k equal to ఏంటి these are the 19 points are available 19 points where k equal to 1 initially. Now I want to separate 19 points into the k equal to first k equal to that means 2 clusters and k equal k mean another k value చెప్పాను k value ఎంత చెప్పాను 2 groups mean అన్న సార్ మరి mean చెప్పలేదు అన్న mean చెప్పలేదు that's why we are going to randomly any 2 points as a mean. Initial we are going to take the k equal to కాబట్టి 2 mean points కాబట్టి that's why I am taking the c1 అంటే కూడా first one so it is the first two now my mean is 16 and 25 ఆ points ఉన్నాయి ఇందులోని this randomly I am going to pick the 2 points 16 and 22 so 2 group now 2 mean that means 2 clusters with the 16 mean one group 22 mean one group means the mean of the in one cluster more or less similar to 16 and mean of another cluster is more or less 22 approximately the mean of entire group is 22 mean another group is mean is 16 that's all. Okay, now I am taking the mean of the entire cluster. It is always near to the 16, and is near to the 22, or equal, or more or less. Okay. Now we are going to perform the distance measure. Distance measure ki simple formula x1 minus c1. x1 is the data point. c1 is the same. x1 minus 3. Okay. Now, then just assign each data point to the nearest centroid or mean. Okay. Now I am having the my cluster 16 and 22. In first I just first 15 inputs all sorted order. Then this c1 ante cluster 1 c2 is cluster 2 c1 mean anta 16 15 minus 16 mod is not take from only mod of xi minus c1 mod of xi minus c2 now 16 minus 15 minus 16 mod kada minus 1 15 minus 22 ఎంత వచ్చింది 1 సార్ ఇప్పుడు 15 value which is nearest c1 or c2 second change అర్థమైందా ఇన్పుట్ రాస్తున్నారు ఇన్పుట్ రాశారు కదా the first one is టేబుల్ ఎలా ఉండాలి ఇన్పుట్ ఫస్ట్ కాలమ్ సెకండ్ కాలమ్ లోని c1 థర్డ్ కాలమ్ లోని c2 fourth column లోని ascending group ascending cluster ఇన్పుట్ ఆల్రెడీ రాస్తున్నారు c1 అంటే c1 అనేది ఆల్రెడీ given c2 వాల్యూ ఆల్రెడీ given మెజర్ చేయడానికి సింపుల్ మ్యాన్హాట్ డిస్టెన్స్ చెప్పాను ఈక్వల్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఫార్ములా రాయాలి కదా టైం అంతా క్యాల్కులేట్ కోర్సులో మ్యాన్హాట్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఫార్ములా చెప్పాను సిలర్ మెజర్ డిస్టెన్స్ మెజర్ చేస్తాము xi minus c1 mod xi అంటే ఎంత ఫస్ట్ వాల్యూ x is the ఫస్ట్ వాల్యూ ఎంత 15 minus 16 mod ఎంత అవుతుంది 1 నెక్స్ట్ సెకండ్ ఫీల్డ్ ఎలా చేస్తాము x 15 minus 22 ఎంత వస్తుంది వాల్యూ 7 ఫోర్త్ C1 లో ఎంత వచ్చింది వాల్యూ, C2 లో ఎంత వచ్చింది, ఏ స్మాల్ అంటే ఏ గ్రూప్ C1, 15 assigned to the C1. Next C2 and next record 15 minus second value 15 minus 16, 15 minus 22 same C1. Next 16 minus 16 a group person, 16 minus 22 0 అంటే సేమ్ కదా, single అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి, single అంటే there is no difference between the two zeros అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి, both are equal. 16 minus 22 6 difference వచ్చింది, మీనింగ్ ఏంటి, lot of difference between the 16 and 22. So a group of C1 so 16 19 చూడండి ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి 19 వచ్చింది, 19 minus 63, 19 minus 22 3. ఏది మీన్ తక్కువ ఉంది, మీన్ కస్టమర్ మీన్ అంత కస్టమర్ మీన్ అంత మీన్ 16. So which is the least mean, you can push it to the top. C1 అయిపోయింది ఎప్పుడు ఫాస్ట్గా 2 minutes చిన్న వాల్యూస్ కదా, అందుకే మీకు ఎల్లో టెస్ట్ ఫార్మ్ రాయలేదు, క్వశ్చన్ రాశారు. So finally we received the like this. Now all is step 1. Step 1 is initially I am taking the randomly 2 means in the given data points 16 and 22. Based on that I calculate the similarity and separating the all the data points into different. Firstly k equal to 1 ఉన్నప్పుడు 19 points in single group. Two groups కు డివైడ్ అయ్యాయి, two clusters. ఎలా బేస్ ఎలా డెఫైన్ చేసాం, మీన్ బేస్. మీన్ is given or randomly picked. Now they are having the two clusters. Then next step వచ్చేసరికి random తీసుకోబోతున్నాం. We have to calculate the mean of the cluster 1 cluster 2 separately. మీన్ ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం, C1 cluster మీన్ ఎంత, ఆ cluster మీన్ ఎంత 1 2 3 4 5 ఎంత వస్తుంది, చేయండి ఈ పాయింట్స్ నోట్ చేసుకోండి, ఇలా k4 పాయింట్స్ చేసుకోండి. We need to have the problem also. అది ఆగొద్దాం. ఫస్ట్ సపరేట్ చేసేయండి ఫస్ట్. Two groups అయిపోయి okay. Now we step 2 ఏంటండి, recalculate the centroid. Centroid అంటే మీన్. మీన్ ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తాం, ఫస్ట్ దానికి 16.8, సెకండ్ దానికి 38.7. Now these are the new mean for the C1, new mean for the C2. Previously C1 equal to 16, C2 equal to 22. Put C1 as value 16.1, sorry, 16.8 and C2 equal to 38.7. Next change here, repeat. C1 16.8, C2 that increase. Again, table this one. 15 minus 16.8. 15 minus 38.7. Ascend to the nearest one. Again, new second table. Second table is just now. Many table are just now. Table of first field saying at least you can do of the 2 to 3 lines, 2 3 inputs. First one is the 15 minus C1 value is 6.8. C2 value is 38.7. 17, 39 on both. 17 and round of 17, 39 for your calculation. So 15 minus 17, 15 minus 39. Then ascend. Second value, third value. Then automatically you will get the new clusters. New clusters. Not changing. Change. Previously I taken the random. Now it's not random. We calculate the mean of the two groups separately. With that mean I am performing the operations. Same step operation. So then based on that I receive the new data points. Previously 5 values only. First cluster. We are having the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. 9, 10 separate. Then again repeat 2 and 3. 2 and 3 step 2, step 3. In change blue, calculate the mean of C1. Calculate the mean of C2. And step 3 and again calculate. So what we are going to do is we receive the one table. We have to draw the table in the exam. Draw table. That means we are trying to group the similar values in one group. The similar values. Simply we are going to measure the distance. So distance measure we are separate distance. Next question again. Mean formula ఏంటి right visibility కనబడలే రిమెంబర్ ఏమన్నా రసంగా mean formula దగ్గర కనబడుతుందా మీకు కొత్తగా 15 plus 52 plus that's it screen visibility problem okay na yeah mean formula దగ్గర కదా sum by total count. Okay, new cluster we found. Again, we got the new values 18.5 and 45.9. Again, repeat the chapter until there is no more changes in the cluster values. Previous step P take test. There is no change in quantity. So there is no more changes. There is no more changes. So we recalculate again. We calculating another is 18.56. Next one is the 45.9. Again, calculate the table. Table just now. Again, all inputs C1 equal to 18.56, C2 equal to 45.9, and ascending group, ascending cluster. Again, same calculation. Then we got the two clusters. This process repeated until there is no more change. Next again చేసాను అనుకోండి, same input వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, let's stop. So more or less is the we will stop. Now we can say that these are the having common similarity of these objects. These records. These records. They will have any. Now I will put the cluster 1 and cluster 2. Table created. Same process. First step in theory, pick the randomly 3 points. Apparently, first column input, second column C1, C2, C3. Ascending group. Same process. Table 4 is there. Pick the randomly 4. First step randomly. And C1, C2, C3, C4. Same process. Table and same. Always we are preferring the not bigger k value, always limited k value. With more k value is group is more means we are receiving the less number of data points. Previously 90 inputs we giving, we are separating the equal, almost similar and equal points. That's the main mode of the. That means whenever we don't have the class labels, one of the best algorithms is the table algorithms. But for this also, we are having some limitations. Most popular worldwide K-mean. Hope you understand how to work with the K-mean. Exam law, general subject. Simple process. In it, what we are going to do, we Shapsa can check the Shapsa. In the case already చేశారు Shapsa where you know starting or asking. Cluster the data points in K groups where K is predefined. Predefined means initially we need to pick the K values predefined. How many values? K equal to 1. Then select the K points at random initial state. Randomly I selected 2 points. Then we are trying to calculate the closest one. As I said, first we are going to predefine K value 2. Then pick the 2 points initially. 2 points 16 and 22. Then third step is assign their closest cluster. We calculate it and separating the total 19 points into 2 groups, 5 and 14. First step. Again recalculate. Stop. Repeat the things for all. Repeat the process. Until there is no more new things happening. There is no more changing the clusters. Okay, like this we work with the clustering algorithm. Same process. We done this work. Okay. Hope you clear. So if you have K equal 4, you can able to do. K equal 4 is what we need to do. First step one is we need to predefine K value. K value is 4 and already given. Then next step is pick the randomly 4 values. So you can pick any 4 values. Then we need to calculate the input C1, C2, C3, C4. Then ascending group. Repeat the step until further there is no more changes. But here we have some limitations. We don't know where we need to stop and what is the K value. We don't know. I am saying take 2, 3, 4. So any group say that is predefined value. That's your opinion to pick the how many clusters we have to form. And whenever we are having 19 points say that you take a lot of time. I skipped all the steps, only I given the step 1. Given step 1 I told. But for 19 points you may take a 15 minutes time to complete the task. So 1900 inputs. And 10 points are recognized just very deep. So one of the thing is when we are going for the more number of things outliers, which is not linked to the any of the how many points we equal. It is not belongs to the any group. Outlier. So one of the testing analysis advantage is the outlier. We have to find out the data object which is not fitting in any group. We are grouping the records. We have found out we are C1, C2, C3 groups. Later, few points, out of 90 points, 2 points are not fit into any group. They take 90 points. Any 2 points are not fit into the either C1 or C2. That means these 2 points are outliers and not belong to the any group because it is similar like fraud. I'm doing regular transactions. Sometimes you may get done at 50,000. That's okay. My regular transaction is 250 transactions. Tiffin center account and pay just. Regular tiffin center the phone bill just. So that represents what is the at max of 100 rupees. Okay. Lunch 80, 90, 100, 150. 20,000 pay just. 20,000 pay just. That means okay. It is not fit into the record. Eventually, you will get a call from bank. Have done this transaction with this account with 50,000. Yes, or no? If you say yes, okay. You may give a party to your friends. That's why you spend 20,000 to. That's done by you. If said no means immediately your account will block. You need to raise it. Previously, we have to give the complaint. The credit card is lost. You have to give the complaint. So that's the demolition. Automatically, this kind of approach identifying the things. You will get call. You say yes, 1 plus 1 or 2 for wrong. So if you plus 1, happily done. And you try for the recently SBA. You are adding the new account to transfer amount. It's beyond 1 lakh at a time. Immediately you will get a call. This person is added to you. You want to pay 1 lakh. Yes, I only added. I want to pay the 1 lakh. Then, okay, you try after 5 minutes. This is a thing. You don't give the permission. Recently, they implemented SBA. Now they added a new account. And you want to transfer. Immediately, you 1 lakh commission. We pay care. Phone just your parent. Parent of the account address in the account. 1 lakh. And then, account add you. And normal 5,000, 10,000 is okay. That is out there concept. First one of the thing is out there analysis. It is not fit to your regular activity sort, but it may be done by you. Later that you have to accept it. Happen. Otherwise, it's not. Okay. This is what came in one of the best algorithm, came in algorithm. We are having the process. Now another one is another important algorithm is see regular గా మన లైఫ్ లో చేస్తుంది. Another concept. One is the K-mean algorithm. Discuss this one. Now we will do association rules mining. Association means normal. It is a bond between the two things. Association bond there is a common bonding between two points, two records, or two persons, and based on their relation or interestingness, then the bond will be association. Now, best example. Shopping करता हूँ, डिमांड करता हूँ, पेस्ट पढ़ना के लिए, पेस्ट 11 रुपए, ये 11 रुपए। इसका मालूम होगा तो? पेस्ट 11 रुपए है, 20 रुपए सोनी। But डिमांड के लिए पढ़ते 2000, right? ये सब पाली कौन? कितने बच्चे को? That is what market basket analysis. Market See, देखा? इवेंट ऐसा हो गया है तो मीटिंग पेज कौन करना है नहीं बास्केट डिस्कस इसको क्या शब्द उससे लेंगे यूज एक्सपर्ट आओ यूज एक्सपर्ट అది సో ఎనీ షోరూమ్ ఈవెన్ ద పార్ట్ షాప్స్ కి వెళ్ళినా బాస్కెట్ డిస్కస్ సర్చ్ చేస్తారు అంటే intentionally changing your mindset bit more ఈ చేంజ్ సరిపోవాలి నేను బకెట్ ఇస్తాను బకెట్ లేదు basket లేదు so you want to purchase only one but special అయిపోయింది కదా special ఆఫర్స్ buy one 10% buy two 20% buy three 50%. You want to purchase for 1000 one set 1000. You feel that 3 sets కొంటే 50% డిస్కౌంట్ you want to spend 1000 rupees only but 3 sets కొంటామంటే 3000 ఖర్చు పెట్టాలి ఆ 50% డిస్కౌంట్ అంటే 1500 యాక్చువల్లీ నువ్వు ఎంత స్పెండ్ చేద్దాం అనుకున్నావు 1000 బట్ నేను స్పెండ్ చేస్తావు 300 500 ఎక్స్పెన్సివ్ పెరిగింది the mindset you enter in the shop you want to buy for only 1000 but based on their offers what you are doing you purchase it okay 3 sets for 50% discount 3000 pick చేసుకోండి వాట్ టైం డిస్కౌంట్ చేస్తారు కదా హైయెస్ట్ ప్రైస్ ఏదో నాట్ లోయెస్ట్ ప్రైస్ 1000 దొరకదు కదా 1200 1800 అంతే కదా సో లైక్ దట్ దే గివింగ్ ద అంటే 1200 1800 1000 అంటే 4000 50% డిస్కౌంట్ 2000 ఎంత వచ్చేది అనుకున్నాం 1000 ఎంత స్పెండ్ చేసాం నా ప్రాఫిట్ వచ్చింది మీ పాకెట్ ఖాళీ. So that is market basket analysis. Here, thing is, thing is customer who want to brought some X, and we need to find out the along with this what we can able to give to him. You can able to purchase by also. I gave for X, but I can change your attitude, your mindset. You need to buy also. Simple example. Morning, in fact, how many feeding waters of mother waters? In fact, 20 rupees. 50 is color. All packet, all good is color. 2 rupees. This put on this go. All packet here. Chili powder is 2 rupees. Normal one. The relation between the milk and coffee, okay. Milk with chili, not okay. Milk with sugar, okay. Milk with salt, not okay. Then that is that we have to find the relation between the two things. This customer who brought X also brought Y. Okay. Then when I say God, acceptance is to learn. We frame a rule such a way that enough square. Cinemas no longer ticket cost 450 అనుకున్నాం బ్రేక్ లో కాస్ట్ స్పెండింగ్ 500 టికెట్ కాస్ట్ 150 బయటికి వెళ్తాం పాప్ కాస్ట్ 200 డ్రింక్ 200 టుగెదర్ కొంటే 300 అంటారు సో ఓన్లీ పాప్కార్న్ కొందాం వెళ్తాం రెండు కొంటే 300 అంటారు ఏం చేస్తారు రెండు కొంటాం 200 కొందాం స్పెండ్ చేద్దాం 300 స్పెండ్ చేస్తాం the rule that's the association rules when X plus Y if X is purchased by the customer you can able to accept Y also Z is the Y accept you need to find out the relation between the two things that purely it's a transaction or event based transactional that means what we are going to do is how the rules will be implemented means I am going to take all the transactions happen since 1 year or 1 month or 2 years. All transactions. I don't want to take a cost. Just customer 1 came, purchased 2 items. Customer 2 came, purchased 3 items. Customer 4 came, 10 items. Customer 5 came, only 1 item. Like that, I will take all the transactions, what customer and what are the products he purchased. Amount to suppose only customer ID, customer paper after customer and items he purchased. and having 1000 items. Out of 1000 items, one item having more sales. Another item, next one. Like one item having very less sales is last one. That is, we need to find it. Here, we can see before going to this is my simple transaction rules. And we can solve this problem. So this is my transaction database. 5 transactions. Even I think the customer 1 purchases so and so, customer 2 purchases so and so. Like 5 customers, 5 transaction IDs, 5 different combination. Or 2 customers or 3 customers having same kind of things. Each bother. You will know what account, you will know what account, but customers different. But we need to find out the things. Here in this, first of all, we have to know the some technologies. Item. Item nothing but the item is nothing but a thing or object. It may be an object or thing in a given transaction. So first bread, one item. Milk, item. Another item. Item that means collection of one or more. So items set of transaction one, how many items are there? Second transaction, how many items? That means item set is a one or more. So obviously we are taking the more than one item, then we can say the item set. Then K means the K chapter. Remember the K. Item set 3 means K item 3 item set means item set having 3 items. 4 means 4 items. 5 means 5 items. That's it. K value is the nothing but the number of items in the that item group. Support code. Support code nothing but the frequency, occurrence of the practically how many bread answers only called frequency. Occurrence of the sale of a particular item throughout the total transaction. In transaction 5, right? Support. Support means how many transactions total? Bread how many times sale sold out? 4 to 5. 4 to 5 and 4 is the bread. 4 times 7 is any transaction only 5. How much percentage? 80%. 4 to 5. 0.8 is 80%. And the equal sale is only normal. 80%. And always you should keep the bread in your stores. Based on this. Okay. Now, frequent items means we pass over into condition. The pass over is a pass over condition. You know what's wrong? What is it? 30 was there, fail. 40 was there? Okay. If 100 is there, pass over. Pass over. That means, so come on again. 41 pass. 40 pass. So, that is a condition to accepting that object. Frequent item means we are giving some condition or threshold to consider that item is more frequently sold. Okay, suppose frequent items like condition 3 check. The 3 can equal the items which can be 3 can remove this. Okay, that is what the rules are. And given the condition or threshold to find out the frequent items. So I am giving the condition 3. The item is occurs more than 3 or equal to 3. Consider required. Less than 3, omit this one. The next process one, the remove test. Now, we can solve the problem. Alagadamanతా problem చేస్తే algorithm వచ్చేస్తుంది. Put on the problem చేస్తే మనం algorithm రాయగలుగుతాం. అదే step by step process. Fast. milk and now, what we are going to do is, so whenever we are having transaction database, then we need to take the all items and find out the support code. Support code and occurrence of the particular item throughout the given data set or transaction. Okay, first, serial number 1, item bread. Scan bread first item, transaction first item bread. Scan the bread 1, 2, 3, 4. Then second item transaction of the milk. Milk 1, 2, 3, 4. Then transaction completed. Transaction 2. Bread item kada? No need say. Then diaper. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then diaper item beer. 1, 2, 3. X. 1, 1. Transaction 2 item. Milk over, diaper over, beer over, coke, not over. 1, 2. Then bread over, milk over, diaper over, beer over. Bread over, milk over, diaper over, coke over. So all items is a frequency count of C. Item bread 4 times, milk 4 times, diaper 4 times, beer 3 times, X 1, coke 2. Now we have a item list and repetition or occurrence. This is what the thing from the input. Now we need to find out the frequent item. Frequent item ante again there should be a threshold. That is minimum support. So I am giving the items. One item set item meaning equal to 1. Okay, A items are equal to 1. Okay. Now I am going to find out the item sets having single item. Now the condition is 3. 3 apply cheyandi. Bread accept the milk accept, diaper accept, beer 3 accept, X reject. Coke reject means we receive the only 2 are rejected, remaining are accepted. The frequent item set is from this we are going to eliminate the X and 4. Why? Because those 2 items are not satisfied with the given condition. That is the minimum support or minimum threshold. Today, class andar rule is kada. After preparing, we are like so I'm preparing, I am going to eliminate. But next step. Now, pretending k equal to 1. Next time, k equal to 2. K equal to 2 chapter. What is the frequent items? Bread, milk, beer, diaper. Bread, milk, diaper. Bread, milk, diaper. These are the frequent. Limitation. Then, now, k equal to means bread, milk, bread, diaper, bread, beer. Milk, diaper, milk, beer, diaper, beer. Combination bread, milk. Accept change. K equal to 1 2 items in item set. 2 items ఎలా వస్తాయి? Available frequent item sets. Available frequent item set ఏంటి? bread, milk, diaper and beer. The 2 items కాబట్టి bread, milk. One bread, diaper, bread, beer. Again milk, diaper, milk, beer, diaper, beer. Sets వస్తాయి చూడండి. Sets ప్రిపేర్ చేయండి. That's it. Now we need to again scan the given thing combination. Milk, bread, insert repeated. Bread, milk, insert repeated. And రెండు ఉంటాయి. 2 items in a given table, bread and milk. These combinations 3 times. Check చేసుకోండి. Bread milk 3 times, bread beer 2 times, bread diaper 3 times. That means we need to check the bread milk and the bread milk. Which one? Bread milk combination ఉందా? రెండు ఉండాలి, కస్టమర్ కొనాలి. బ్రెడ్ మిల్క్ లేదు, బ్రెడ్ మిల్క్ ఇక్కడ ఉందా? లేదు. బ్రెడ్ మిల్క్, బ్రెడ్ మిల్క్. దట్స్ వై బ్రెడ్ అండ్ మిల్క్ కాంబినేషన్ 3 times. Then bread and diaper చూద్దాం. బ్రెడ్ అండ్ డైపర్ 1. No, only diaper ఉంది, bread లేదు, so not considered. If bread on the diaper లేదు, not considered. Bread and diaper, bread and diaper. That is the thing. That means again we are going to scan and we receive this one. When k equal to 2, 2 అంటే 2 items. Again what we need to apply? Minimum support. Next time you frequent item find out here. Minimum support ఎంత? ఇనిషియల్ చెప్పాను 3. 3 నుంచి అంటే రిమైనింగ్ తీసేయండి. నుంచి రిమైనింగ్ 3 items మాకు అవసరం లేదు. Why? Because they are not satisfied the condition. They are not satisfied the condition. Now k equal to 3. K equal to 3. K equal to 3 అంటే so మనకి ఇవి these are the frequent items from the previous list. Now bread milk, bread diaper combination. Bread होने का तो bread milk diaper is the 3 items. Bread milk diaper already separate है. Bread milk beer diaper 4 existing. So we are going to create the another set like this. And we'll calculate this. Here మనం ఏమి డిజిటల్ టాస్క్ చేయట్లేదు, సింపుల్ గా సబ్స్క్రిప్ట్ స్కాన్ చేస్తున్నాం. రిపిటేషన్స్ ఎనీ డిఫికల్ట్ థింగ్స్ ఏం లేవా? డిఫికల్ట్ థింగ్స్ ఏమి ఉన్నాయా? జస్ట్ we are trying to find out the combinations and whether that item is available this combination. ఈ కాంబినేషన్ లో ఐటమ్స్ ఉన్నాయా లేదా? ఓకే, ఒక కస్టమర్ వస్తే బ్రెడ్ మిల్క్ డైపర్ these 3 items నేను how many times purchased in the total transaction. The 3 customers is group of items purchases. Meaning है क्या? Out of 5, 3 customers are purchased these items. Okay? Out of 5 3 customers these items are purchased. Meaning that we have to keep these items 3 to 5. Anta 60%. Success rate ekku 60% takku kaadu. This is not in your percentage. The percentage conversion కావాలి. Conversion వస్తే ఏం బెనిఫిట్? మార్క్స్ వస్తే సర్టిఫికేట్ ఒకటే బెనిఫిట్. ఇలా సో ఇందులో డ్రాబ్యాక్ ఏంటి? ఈ ప్రాసెస్ చేస్తాం. నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేస్తాం? ఇలా రూట్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. సో ఫైనల్ గా మనకి బ్రెడ్ మిల్క్ డైపర్ ఇస్ ద ఫ్రీక్వెంట్ ఐటమ్స్ తెలియదు. నెక్స్ట్ చేస్తే రాదు, రాదు but condition accepted icon. Then confidence apply. Confidence nothing but the support content count. Support means support content frequency. Support means occurrence by number of transactions in support. Occurrence ante bread 4 times by 5 means number of transactions. That is the support. The confidence means once we receive the frequent items after all these steps we receive. Now the frequent item is the bread milk diaper. With this said, we need to check with the remaining items. Okay? Confidence nothing but support of A and B. Support of A and B by support of A. Support of A nothing but the we feel that these 3 items are the one A. Then with the what we are going to do is we are going to design. Then design just 3 items then design nature bread milk diaper. Bread milk, bread diaper, milk diaper. Single design bread milk diaper. Now the bread milk diaper is a 1A, and milk and the 3. Incorporation 3 by 3. 100%. 100% means bread content, milk content. Suppose something 2 by 3. 2 by 3. 2 by 3 means 56. Right? 2 by 3 and anta. 2 by 3 and anta ma 67% is there. Because I'm putting 70% condition. Not satisfied. Eliminate. Rule eliminated. By this we are going to creating the rules. X. When customer brought X, we also need to brought Y. Bread content, milk content, bread. Rules. Popcorn content, Pepsi. Pepsi content, popcorn. 20%, more content, 30%, 50%. Way of. But in the drawback entity, we have to do the lot of scans. Lot of scans here. Lot of scans చేస్తే టైం కొంచెం 5 9 చేయడానికి lot of time పట్టింది. That is why 50,000 transactions, 1 lakh transactions. Program manually custom, program faster. But program కూడా performance is మీ లాజిక్ కరెక్టే. But to scan the transaction ప్రతి టైం మనం ఏం చేస్తాం frequency find out చేస్తాం. At least milk how many times? Bread and milk how many times? That means number of times scans happen for each and every operation. And the problems improve. Whenever they are writing the problems, automatically program will performance will degrade. Repetition, loop lo run avutune untaru. 5 transactions కాబట్టి program okay. 50 lakhs transaction and data transactions ఎన్ని అవుతాయి జనరల్ గా ఒక షాపింగ్ మాల్ నుంచి డీమార్ట్ తీసుకుంటే పర్ డే ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ 1000 లో ఉంటాయి. month transaction lakhs లో ఉంటాయి. That is very difficult. Change. But time taking your program may not give the immediate results. That can be overcome with another algorithm is FP growth algorithm. FP frequent pattern growth. Frequent. దీంట్లో కూడా ఏం చేస్తాం కండిషన్ సేమ్. చూడండి రాయొద్దు. here having the same first step ఏంటి చూడండి చేసింది what first step దీనికి క్లియర్ అవ్వదా first step ఏంటి find out the frequency count of item ఇక్కడ item multiplier అంటే ఎడిషన్ చేసి చెప్తున్నాం మనకు అవసరం లేదు ఎడిషన్ now first step is common first step ఏం చేయాలి we have to calculate the frequency of the ABCD calculate చేశారు threshold అంటే ఏంటి మీనింగ్ threshold అంటే ఏంటి కండిషన్ ఎలిమెంట్ ద లెస్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ 3 పెట్టుకో 3 రిమూవ్ చేస్తాం 3 కన్నా తక్కువ రిమూవ్ చేస్తాం బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఆ 3 పెట్టుకున్నట్టు step 1 is common from next onwards we are going to construct a tree not ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఇవన్నీ ఏ ప్రతి ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ లోని ఆర్డర్ వేస్తారు ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ ఐటమ్ నుంచి రిమైన్ చేసేస్తారు now once you frame like this all those are frequent items A B D E F G is the frequent items compared to the previous transaction so these are frequent items for each and every transaction. Now we started with the root node తీసుకొని and always left side reverse always left side first transaction ఏముంది A B D E F G A left side B जो పక్కన రాస్తాను reverse అంటే కౌంటింగ్ చేస్తాను 1 first time listed B C transaction completed. Why only A, B, D, E, F, G, H? it's not a frequent. See, frequent causes. Frequent items. Frequent cause what the limit is. So, second transaction was second transaction only A. Okay. A available input left side move cheptadi A divided by 2. Next, A that immediately only, but ikkada field only. Then move to the right side. Same pattern. We have to find out the pattern. Yeah. Again, after the G. So immediately after the G left side. Transaction 2 over. Transaction 3. P. Starting on left side. A. So go with the right side. Right. B, D, E, F. So another currencies. Then go with the both from A. Left side only. Increment. B. Available. 2. D. Available. Done. All items are done. Then fifth transaction A available. Increment. B available. Increment. E not immediate. Move to the right. Move to the right with the B. Then now you can check the A American Shepherd in a frequency. A American Shepherd in your frequency previously. 4. B 4 times 3. D Americans 2. E 1 F 1 2 1 2 3 G 1 1. So traverse is done. ఇక్కడ స్కానింగ్ ఇక్కడ చేసామా చేసాం ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ నెక్స్ట్ టైం ఆన్వర్డ్స్ నో స్కానింగ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ సెకండ్ వర్క్ చేసానా రివర్స్ గా ఫార్వర్డ్ వర్క్ చేసి ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద సపోర్ట్ కోడ్ ఇక్కడ ట్రావర్స్ based on that I need to find out the pattern. A pattern లో సేల్ ఎక్కువ ఉంది. A B A కొంటే A కొంటే B కూడా A కొన్నప్పుడు B రిటర్న్ కొంటారు. D తక్కువ అంటే A and B are the close. అంతే కదా? B రిటర్న్ కొంటే 2 times B కొనే ఛాన్స్. So like that you can able to find out the things. So you learn the two algorithms interesting customers. We have a lot, but to time constraint and precisely minimize the content. So with this, you can able to write the algorithm. Write the algorithm, you just check it out. Then what is it? Same process. First step is common. Both algorithms. Second step onwards, reconstruction. Which is the easiest? Frequent pattern growth. Free or growth. Growth means free means free structure. FP means frequent pattern. We are having frequent pattern. We are also frequent pattern. So same thing, we are working with both things. Okay. So you learn the 3 algorithms. You mean clear means in advance. Clear. In advance you have to know the count. For the operation you have to know the count. Happy groups. So this is the important algorithms first in analysis. Okay. So next session we are going to discuss about the concept of USA. Hope you enjoyed the solving the problem. Hope you most of the I am expecting at least 60% candidates able to understand the concepts. How many are second years? Are you able to understand this concept? Second years. How it is okay? See, now you have this kind of problems you have to solve. Fundamentals you will solve. Okay? Thank you.